Hi guys. This past week has been this past 2 weeks have been extremely interesting for me. I've been learning a lot, and some people that were in my life have become way, way more than just like acquaintances or friends. I've learned a lot about myself, and it's actually interesting how we think we know ourselves, how we think we've discovered what makes us tick and the things that make us who we are. This past month, I haven't been doing things the way that I usually do or the way that I've been taught to do them. I've been working on a lot of self cleansing. I've been meditating more, and all of that stuff that seems kind of hard and a bit not what I'm used to, or not what I have been naturally taught to do. So most of this stuff includes, the things that you're told are not safe or a bit satanic, and there's all forms of names for it. But what I've discovered is that people really name things because people want to have labels for everything that they don't understand. If something does not quite make sense for them, they're quick to say, "Oh, it's demonic," or it's evil, and all of these other terms. So me being the experimental being that I am, and it being Virgo season, and being a time of transformation and a time of change, I also had to change just as the seasons change. And I don't mean like a change, like a total transformation of who I am, but more a transformation of the way that I think, the way that I do things. This is a good way for you to pull off all those habits that have become so normal. Those things that you think, oh, I'll give an example. I have a coworker. If he watches this, he'll know it's him I'm talking about. But I have this particular coworker that drinks Coca-Cola every day, and it's to a point where, well, for those that are not, well, first of all, Coca-Cola it's like a Pepsi, except slightly stronger, I guess. It's almost like cousin drinks, if I can say that. So, he drinks like maybe 5 Cokes. I'm actually not sure about the number. I just know that a lot of times when he goes out, and then when I find him, he's mostly drinking like a lot of Coke. And I actually thought, wow, apart from everything that we've been told is wrong with Coke, it's also insane how when we asked him, wow, who supplies your Coke? He was just like, I just buy it in the store, really. Like, whenever I come across it, I just can't resist. I love it so much. And then I thought about how at a certain time, when I was a bit younger, when Coca-Cola started becoming a bit more common, I remember my dad once said this statement. He said something like, you can't have Coke if you don't have money. That sort of thing, like almost as if this particular beverage held a form of like a social level of some sort. Like, yeah, basically, I guess a social level that is based on how much you earn and all of these things. So, using this particular example that I've worked on, you discover that some of these things that we give tags and that is supposed to be of social importance to us actually kind of destroys us. Now, this was just like a simple example. I could actually give a lot more examples that might be a bit closer to home, but this was just like a plain example of what I'm like the type of change that I'm going through, that it's not something that has to do with looks. It's actually about self-discovery. This is what it is. This is gonna be my first YouTube video, and I'm extremely nervous, but this is something that I've always wanted to do for a while. And you know, I've just gathered up the courage to do this. And I'll tell you, I have had to delete that was just gross. I have had to delete, install all different types of video editors, and not one just seemed to be working. So I just said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna stop all this. I have an iPhone, I might as well just use the camera until at least I can get like an actual camera, or at least something that is way better quality. But for now, this has to do. So like I was saying, okay, this is the time that I'm supposed to be working, but I really had to do this. So all of this self-discovery has me unlocking parts of me that I just never knew existed, you know, because I've been okay. I've been in India. Like I stayed in India for almost 4 years, maybe 3.5, and this put me completely out of my comfort zone, because I'm Zimbabwean. To anyone that doesn't know, I'm Zimbabwean. So our country is more Christian dominated. So this means that everyone that you're gonna meet in the street is Christian. Pretty much always Christian. I mean, you have a few Muslims running around, but it's not really like a lot. It's very few people, and if they are different, you'll definitely notice, because you know, with when a whole country shares one religion, everyone starts to look the same. And that's the part that sucks. Of course, there's the Catholics, there's the Pentecostals, there's the Methodists, and all of these different variations. But it's about the state of mind, and this state of mind is what is usually different. It's usually the same in most cases. Yeah, practices are different, but the state of mind is mostly always the same. And you'll discover that these people always have the same problems, they have the same habits, they have the same, think of something quickly, they have the same failures even. It's because you're doing the same thing in different ways. I guess that's the only way I can put it. But ultimately, your output is just going to not be different at all, and you're not going to be different from person 1 and person 2, because they're also doing the same thing. And I also thought about everyone that is doing something different within my country, and I noticed that more often than not, they have a different mindset to, well, everybody. So much talking. Okay, so in the next video, I want to speak more on this. I want to speak on particularities, like particular things that I have been doing, that I've been learning. And honestly, this stuff works. It's gonna be really different for me, because I really don't know any other Zimbabweans that are doing this thing that I'm doing. Not that it makes me special, but in fact, it's actually really lonely, because you don't get to have local communities, and you don't really get to have a lot of people that you talk to about this sort of thing. But you know, I wanted to be a bit different on that. I wanted to share that, hey, we don't all have to go north. You can go east too, because at the end of the day, there's no contest This is really about a journey to self, and I also truly believe that most of our lives, in fact the whole time we're alive, we're supposed to be discovering things about ourselves. We're supposed to be discovering the self, and bettering the nation, bettering the world. And I actually feel that the thing that I discovered contributes more toward peace than religion. And this is not me bashing religion. I have learned the most from religion. I have learned the most from everybody, because I have Buddhist friends, I have Muslim friends, I have Zen friends, Tao friends, and atheist friends. These are some people that are not just like people that I bumped into, but these are people that are really close to me, and a test of my own what do you call this word, oh my god. A test of my own, what's that word that means tolerance. A test of my own tolerance has been me knowing all of these people and getting to know what they believe in, but still seeing them as special and seeing them as equally important as I am. So yeah, this has been my journey, and I want to share that. I don't want to be doing this alone, and I actually hope that I will somehow find a local community that would be really swell. So I hope this is going to be a wonderful journey for a lot of us. This is it. Bye.